Alright. I think you guys can handle some darker stuff. I may be wrong, but we'll see. I get compared, I'm a Jewish comedian, I get compared to Woody Allen a lot. And I always say he was much better at molesting children. I was a big Woody Allen fan, and then I saw the HBO documentary that recently came out. I found out about the allegations against him for the 5th time. And I was watching it with my girlfriend. She said, you know, I never liked his movies anyway. Okay, that's not what we're upset about, though. You don't get, like, extra points if you hate Hitler's paintings, too. Oh, you think the Holocaust was bad? You should see the way he drew hands. I hate that question. People always ask that, can you separate the art from the artist? Yes, you can separate the art from the artist. We separated the child slavery from the all our clothes. You're not a good person just because your art is ethical. That's a small sliver. That's like Ted Bundy being like, hey, at least I recycle. You know that clothing company, Zara? Zara, there was an article that came out. They said that they found in the stitching of some of the Zara clothes notes from the workers that said, we made this and are not getting paid for it. And you know how little Americans care? These pants are Zara. I wrote him back, taper the leg a little, please. I think if I learned anything from the Me Too movement, aside from the consent blah blah blah, it was that artistic legacies are very flimsy because they're built on the back of public opinion. And you really go back, you think about Cosby was the biggest comedian of his generation. No one is gonna laugh at Cosby again until he's dead. Harvey Weinstein was the biggest movie producer in the world. He's never gonna make another movie again. I was the biggest Louis C.K. fan in the world. And when I found about the allegations against him, I swore I would never listen to Louis C.K. again without headphones. But it always makes me wonder, like, what would happen if we found out Albert Einstein did some of that shit? Because he probably did. That tongue doesn't look innocent to me. But even if we found out that Einstein was a sexual predator, what are we going to be like? Oh, E equals MC squared? Not anymore! From now on, E equals me too! Do you think Michael Jackson did it? Michael Jackson? Do you think he did it? Feels like you're avoiding the question, I gotta tell you. I said it pretty clearly. So clearly, someone back there shouted, no! Which was pretty shocking already. Who shouted no? You really don't think so? What was that? Were you his lawyer? Because that sounded like a pretty shitty defense. Your Honor! He was confused about his childhood, so whatever. That wasn't the question, though. Do you think he did it?
I back you up.
Well, you'll back her up. Do you have... Okay, they wanted money. Do you have kids?
Yeah.
Would you let your kids share a bed with Michael Jackson?
No.
Okay, there you have your answer right there. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. And yeah, maybe they wanted money, but they fucking deserve money after getting their ass eaten by Michael Jackson. I would like a little bit of money for that too, thank you very much. Those guys get so much shit, those two guys. People always say, why did they wait so long to come forward? And it's because we forget this is back in the 80s. Michael Jackson was the biggest star in the universe. If you told a therapist in the 80s that Michael Jackson sexually assaulted you, the therapist would be like, okay, now show me on this doll how to moonwalk. lot of people, they blame the parents. People always start blaming the parents. They say, why would the parents let their kids share a bed with Michael Jackson? And that's true, it's a little bit weird, but once again, this was the 80s. This was before the Catholic Church got busted. We did not know there were so many pedophiles just running around. It would be like if I told you guys I share a bed with my golden retriever. You would assume I'm not fucking the dog. But then in 20 years, that HBO documentary comes out, and there's Air Bud being like, when he got the peanut butter, I knew what time it was. I was right, you guys can handle it, that was good.